Welcome to Hitman Boxing. Hit that like and subscribe button right now. So it's looking like this fight between Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua is imminent. We just haven't gotten the official word. Both guys' camps have alluded to this fight taking place next, whether it's this summer or in the fall of 2018. Just like it was prophesized by Eddie Hearn. Now, Anthony Joshua has already said that he mentioned that he was watching film of Wilder. He's been training for Wilder. Deontay Wilder's mentioned that those belts are coming home to him. So it looks like they finally found some common ground. And it's been a long road to get to this point. A lot of hatred amongst boxing fans when what we all really want is good fights, right? And this is a great fight. This is a huge fight, very impactful fight. So who would be upset that we're getting this fight next? I've wanted the fight. I've always wanted to see who was the best amongst these two heavyweights, because the winner of this fight will reign supreme over the heavyweight division, whether it's Deontay Wilder or Anthony Joshua. Personally, I could care less who wins this fight. I'm just looking forward to seeing it. Are you going to support the fight? If it's on pay-per-view, are you going to purchase it or are you going to stream it? Are you going to support this fight? You let me know. But if this fight's on pay-per-view, I'll definitely purchase it. Now, the fight, will it take place in Vegas? Will it take place in the UK? I don't know. Personally, I thought the fight should have taken place in the UK in front of 100,000 fans. Because it's a huge fight. It deserves that sort of atmosphere. But if it happens in Vegas, that's cool too. Vegas is a good spot for a fight. The T-Mobile Arena, or wait, what is that? I can't think of the name of that arena in Vegas, but I think there's two of them, and there's a newer one or some shit like that. Correct me, just throw it in the comment section. But if the fight happens in Vegas, I mean, that's cool too. I might have to try to get some tickets for that fight, man. I might try to go to that fight. But only time will tell. We don't have a venue. We don't have much information aside from the fact that both of these guys want the fight, And, a lot of people seem to hate Anthony Joshua. They seem to hate Eddie Hearn. On the other side of the equation, you got people who just hate Deontay Wilder. At the end of the day, I don't hate either of these guys. I don't hate either side, man. I don't hate Deontay Wilder. I don't hate Anthony Joshua, But my purpose here is to entertain everybody. And I think I'm a very entertaining boxing channel. So I choose to pick fun of Deontay Wilder. It's easy. It's super easy to, pick out Deontay Wilder's flaws. But at the end of the day, Deontay Wilder is a very dangerous opponent, regardless of his resume. He honestly hasn't fought anyone aside from Luis Ortiz. His biggest fight to date. His toughest fight to date. And what happened? He passed with flying colors. He knocked out Luis Ortiz after being in trouble for a round and a half, right? So he passed the test. His style of fighting, man, he's not the best boxer out there, but he's very unorthodox. He has that equalizer, that right hand. We've seen Deontay Wilder get outboxed on many occasions. We've seen Deontay Wilder lose in fights, but what happens? He comes back, he knocks his opponent out all the time. There's only one fight in which he didn't knock out his opponent. That was Bermane-Stiverne, the fight where he won his WBC championship. The fight where most of Deontay Wilder's current fans just started watching boxing, apparently. Because if I recall, nobody was making videos about Deontay Wilder. I've been making videos about Deontay Wilder since my channel started, And these same people who rally for Deontay Wilder, they were the same people criticizing him back in the day. which is why I'm just confused about some of these other channels and why they support Deontay Wilder as if he's their son or something like that, you know? When these were the same guys that were talking shit about Deontay Wilder 3 years ago. I came out the gate with criticism, you know? Before, when was I've had this channel for what, 2 years now? Man, we been known about Deontay Wilder over here, man. You know, we've been wanting him to step up his competition. But consistently, he has not. Not taking anything away from him. He's deserving of that fight with Anthony Joshua because we need a unified champion. We need that. Anthony Joshua, on the other hand, many flaws. Just like Deontay Wilder, he has many flaws. Doesn't move his head. He's there to be hit. He's been dropped before. We question his chin, but we don't question his heart. Because like Deontay Wilder, he's an undefeated fighter as well. Like Deontay Wilder, they have the same knockout percentage, right? There's only been one fighter that Anthony Joshua hasn't knocked out, hasn't stopped. And that was Joseph Parker, his last fight. People criticize Anthony Joshua's last fight because he was supposed to stop Joseph Parker. But what did he really show us? In my opinion, Anthony Joshua showed us that he's a great boxer. That's what he showed me. He showed us levels to his game where he didn't need to get the knockout to get the win. And that's totally fine. As boxing fans, though, we expect a knockout in terms of the heavyweight division on almost every occasion, right? But we can't discredit Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker's a hell of a fighter. A much better fighter than a lot of people gave him credit for. So we got that outcome. Anthony Joshua outboxed Joseph Parker for about 8 rounds. 8 or 9 rounds. So, again, I've watched Anthony Joshua get better in every fight that he's been in. Now, he's done a lot more than Deontay Wilder has in half the fights. 21 fights. Unified champion. 21 fights. Beat a living legend in Vladimir Klitschko. Now, keep it real, all right? Keep it real. And we've kept it real about Luis Ortiz. You know, we don't care about how old Luis Ortiz is. The rumors is that he's pushing 40, his mid-40s, because we know Cubans lie about their ages in terms of sports, right? But Luis Ortiz, even though he hasn't won a major world title, nobody was really jumping at the chance to fight Luis Ortiz, right? No one. And we know Luis Ortiz was a beast. We know he was a beast. Southpaw, big, strong heavyweight, 6'4", great boxer, got power, and he made Deontay Wilder dig deep to win that fight. And rightfully, Deontay Wilder gets credit for winning that fight. But you also have to give Anthony Joshua credit for beating Vladimir Klitschko, a guy who reigned supreme over the heavyweight division for years. His only loss before that coming to Tyson Fury. And let's not act like that was some beating that Klitschko sustained at the hands of Tyson Fury. It was a shit fight. Terrible fight. I've watched it twice. All right? But let's not act like Vladimir Klitschko didn't come into that fight with Anthony Joshua with everything that he had. With everything that he had left. That was probably one of the best versions of Vladimir Klitschko that I had seen in a long time. So don't discredit Anthony Joshua for beating Vladimir Klitschko. Don't discredit Vladimir Klitschko for losing that fight. Because he came in that fight ready. And he was looking to win that fight. He came up short, though. So we have to give Anthony Joshua credit for beating a future Hall of Famer in Vladimir Klitschko. So you see what I'm saying? There's pros and cons to both sides. Stop hating so hard. Like, it's the fans. It's really the fans. The Wilder fanatics, and then you have the Joshua fanatics, right? Place me wherever you want to place me. I could give a shit. I could care less. You're going to watch the video. You want to know what I got to say about Deontay Wilder, whether it's positive or negative. You know? Again, I just want to see this fight. And it's a really good fight to make. The winner of this fight, you know, maybe there's a rematch, maybe not. Maybe it doesn't warrant a rematch, right? But the winner of this fight is just going to be tasked with cleaning out the division and waiting for these other prospects, you know, these other prospects in the heavyweight division to basically, get past 20 fights and build up their resumes so they're ready to make the next super fight. There's a couple of guys out there. So that's the next step. But this fight, it's huge, man. Is it bigger than Manny Pacquiao Mayweather? Probably not. You know, the bigger fighter, Anthony Joshua, you know, he's the focal point of this fight. He's selling the fight, man. Deontay Wilder has been gaining steam over the past few months. But he's the B-side, man. It's all good. It is what it is. There's always an A and a B-side in terms of boxing, you know. You know, money was a huge factor in this fight. You know, Eddie Hearn. And again, you know, people just stay hating, man. Eddie Hearn just, this $1 billion deal with this new network, this streaming app. I don't see how that's bad for boxing, man. I don't see how someone giving us more fights throughout the year is bad for boxing. How is that bad for boxing? Y'all don't like boxing? If y'all boxing fans, aren't you going to watch? Aren't you going to download the app and watch these fights? I mean, Eddie Hearn just doesn't have the stable yet, but it looks like he's starting to amass a stable of fighters, right? And it's looking like these fighters are probably going to be paid a little bit more than what, you know, the Heyman fighters have been getting paid. You know, the biggest gripe, honestly, with the PBC was that these top fighters, these guys were getting paid, $2 million, $1.5 million every fight, whether they're fighting a bum or if they're fighting, you know, someone who's comparable to them, right? So now you got guys fighting twice a year as opposed to 3-4 times a year. You know what I mean? That was the biggest issue, inactivity with these fighters. I like PBC. I like the only team I don't support is Golden Boy, all right? I don't mess with Golden Boy, you know? But I watch top-ranked fights. I watch fights whether they're on HBO, ESPN, ABC. It don't matter. I like watching boxing. But not to get off topic, I'm just speaking on that since a lot of people were hating on the Eddie Hearn deal, the network deal that he just signed, right? Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua is going to happen, man. You pick a side, do what you got to do. I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm going to keep pumping these videos out. That's what y'all been doing, right? Whether you hate the channel, you love the channel, I'm giving you my opinion. That's why you listen to the videos, right? To hear my opinion. Whether I like Joshua or Wilder, don't matter. I'm going to talk shit about whoever I feel like talking shit about. If I feel like talking shit about Wilder, I'll talk shit about Wilder. He don't mean nothing to me. Neither does Joshua. You know? But I do know I got under Deontay Wilder's skin, which is why he blocked me on Twitter. He blocked me on Instagram. And I don't even use my Instagram. So really, is he the baddest man on the planet? Or is Hitman Boxing the baddest man on the planet? You know what I'm saying? It's all good. We'll give Wilder a pass, man. He's had a troubled past. So is Anthony Joshua. Let's stop bringing up race too, man. They both black, all right? Ain't nobody no slave, man. But, you know, the thing is, I almost would love to see Deontay Wilder get knocked out just to see the reaction of the LDBC. That's why I sometimes lean toward Joshua. That's why I lean toward Joshua more than Wilder. Just to see the reaction of these guys and just to see how their channels are going to disappear if that were to happen. You know, Hitman Boxing, we're going to remain constant over here. whether I picked the right or the wrong fighter, you know, I fess up to it, man. I always give credit when credit's due, you know. But again, Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua coming soon. I've already talked too much. I already rambled too much this video. Let me know who you got winning that fight and why. Do you think it's going to happen this fall? Like I said, all signs point toward this fight happening, you know, later this year. Just like it was said by Eddie Hearn. Whether he was stalling, whether he doesn't want his fighter to fight Anthony Josh or Deontay Wilder at this point. But the fighters want the fight, man. They want the fight. If you're a competitor at this level, if you're a guy who's collected all these belts, why would you not want the last piece of the puzzle? You know what I'm saying? Why would you not want the last infinity stone for the gauntlet? It is what it is. Drop a comment, like the video, subscribe, hashtag ASBC all day. Follow me on Twitter at HitmanBoxing. I'm on Facebook. Let's talk some boxing, man. Let's keep it civil for once. Let's stop talking reckless. I can be civil. I can keep it real. I can be calm in the videos, but if the commenters want to talk shit, they want to, you know, they want to go crazy. I'm being very down the middle in this video. You know, I'm keeping it 100. I'm keeping it fair. But if y'all start talking crazy, I can start talking crazy too. And we can start dropping some videos. We can start dropping videos that get 10K views. We can do that. I mean, I can do that all day. Wilder and Joshua was a hot topic. I ain't been talking about it the last few days because I didn't want to inundate y'all with videos. You know? But, like I said, if y'all start talking crazy in the comment section, we're going to start dropping some negative videos. If I hear anybody else in the LDBC say something reckless about Hitman Boxing, we're going to start dropping some ether videos, okay? I'm begging you. Keep my name out your mouth. I want 700%. Keep my name out your mouth or I want 700%. And we can make this fun. Because I guarantee y'all I'm way more